Hello guys, it's Claymore here. So this is a video I've been meaning to kind of piece together as of lately, because a lot of people have been asking me, especially people who want to get into streaming or have been streaming, and they've been asking me just for some advice and stuff like that. And I feel like, whilst I am by no means like successful at this, like in least in my opinion, I don't feel like I'm nearly successful as other people, other streamers out there. I figured it might be a good idea to at least share some of my own experiences and my own suggestions and a bit of my own advice for you guys that might want to pick up streaming or just continue streaming. So the first thing that I kind of picked up on when I started streaming was to do my absolute best to ignore the numbers. The numbers I learned is the cherry on top of the cake. That is, a stream. At the end of the day, what matters to the essence of your stream is that you have fun. People can see you having fun, and you finish it with a nice smile on your face. And the follows, the subs, anything like that follows after is a nice little perk to finish off a nice day. A lot of people tunnel vision on numbers, especially earlier on in the stream, and I know I did at some point. I kind of focus a bit too much on the numbers, and the problem with that being is that it's a really hard mindset to kind of work with, because it can pave way to frustration. Like, one week might be great, one week might not be so great, and you all of a sudden you're wondering what you're doing wrong. Maybe you're maybe you're doing something wrong, and then other things start happening. You start thinking about maybe you're not cut out for this, etc. It's really important that you completely kind of disregard the numbers. The growth will happen if you just enjoy yourself. If you're playing whatever, you can play whatever the hell you want. As long as people see you're enjoying yourself, they'll pick up on that and they'll stay, and they'll come back. The next thing I wanted to talk about was consistency. At the end of the day, a lot of people come to me and tell me that the stream's not growing the way they want to. But when you look at their streams, their stream schedule is sporadic, and it's hard to keep track of it. And if people who do want to come back and watch you don't know when you're going live or why you're not going live next, they're probably just going to move on. It's important, if you want your stream to grow, to put that schedule down. In writing, and make sure you stick to it. At the end of the day, sometimes schedules have to be changed depending on your life and stuff like that. If you work a lot, or otherwise, or any other life events that might be happening to you. But it's important to, at least if you want to grow, to get that schedule down. Be consistent. People can look in your stream then and see you're consistent, and they'll be more inclined to stay. Consistency is key, as of anything in life. You keep doing it, the more you do it, the more better you'll get at it. And I know that for a fact, that just being consistent at my streams, I've learned a lot to improve my stream. I've learned loads, and I wouldn't have been able to learn as much as I have done now if I didn't have this schedule down. I didn't have this plan. So consistency is definitely another one that you should be adhering to if you want your stream to grow. The next thing I wanted to talk about was your attitude on stream. Now, this isn't YouTube. You don't have to put on this hyper personality that that attracts everyone from all ages. At the end of the day, it's impossible to do that on a stream anyway, because if you're literally hyping up your personality to the point where it's overdrive, and you're doing this for hours upon hours on stream, you're going to tire yourself out, but you're going to tire your viewers out as well. It's really important you strike that balance between being yourself but being entertaining. Don't compromise your personality that much for the sake of entertaining others. A lot of complications can happen with that. So the message there is just be yourself, but be friendly. Be your friendly self. Be warm and welcoming to everyone that comes into your stream, and engage them. Engagement is a big one that ties into this. Ask them how their day was, how they're doing, and talk to them. And if something happened to them recently that you were told about, ask them how they're doing with that. Just make it feel like these people are not just viewers. Make sure they feel like they're part of the community, that you actually remember this kind of stuff, that you actually think about this kind of stuff. It makes them feel all the more welcome, and they'll start to connect with you as a streamer and as a person, more importantly, a lot more. So be engaging to your chat. Be engaging and be friendly. The last thing I wanted to talk about, or one of the last few things I wanted to talk about, was now this actually I was told by another friend of mine, Reefstone, and it stuck with me ever since. And I really kind of adhere to this this advice today. Is doesn't matter if you're rocking one viewer. Doesn't matter if you're rocking 10. Doesn't matter if you're rocking 50 viewers. Talk to your viewers like you're talking to 1,000 at a time. And by that I mean, just engage everyone. Just talk to everyone. You know, be happy that they're there. Be happy that they're there. And at the end of the day, chat, and everyone else, you are people who will sit up on hours upon end watching us, and as streamers, they're sitting for hours upon end watching you because they'd rather be spending time watching you and hanging out with you than doing anything else. They could be playing a game right now, they could be watching another streamer, but they're choosing to spend their time watching you. And you should really remember that. You should really remember that. Obviously, I'm not saying that you should bend over backwards for viewers. That's not what I mean. What I just mean is just appreciate the time they're spending on you and make them feel like, yeah, like they're welcome here. But going back to what I was saying, talk to your viewers like you're talking to 1,000 viewers. It will just kind of train your interactivity a little bit. Interactivity is super important in any stream, and if you start practicing being as interactive as you can be in the early stages, it'll become a lot more naturally to you in the later stages when you do start growing, when you do start pulling bigger numbers and stuff like that. And you will find like it will come so naturally to you that before you know it, you know, you're enjoying yourself doing it. It's a really good mindset to kind of train yourself into, and I'm a testament to it. I absolutely adore interacting with my viewers. You know, if anything, I interact with them a bit too much. I take my eyes off the game and I focus more on chat. And yeah, that's basically it. It's not a lot of advice. It's not a lot of advice, but it's sometimes it needs to be said. Sometimes it needs to be reminded that, you know, streaming isn't you know, as easy as it should be. At the end of the day, you are spending multiple hours trying to entertain people, keep them engaged, while trying to engage them as well as a person. But I will say one thing, is that no one should start streaming to be successful. No one should start streaming with the intention to be successful. It's so obvious to pick up on at the beginning that like your motivation for streaming and stuff like that. It's so obvious, and you guys should really bear that in mind if you wanted to start streaming. At the end of the day, people will see. They can just detect it, where you're obviously not having as much fun as other streamers are, and they'll start to question your motives a little bit, and they'll move on. They'll just simply move on to other streamers and leave you behind. If you are starting streaming with the intention to become this super successful Twitch partner that, you know, doesn't have to worry about money or anything, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it unless you're incredibly good at the game, and that has happened before. You're not going to make it, but more importantly, you're going to be very disconnected from your audience. It's all about connection. It's all about connection, staying connected to your audience. And just a few side tips as well. If you wanted to, you know, to grow your own Twitch community and stuff like that, make a Discord group. You know, there are several streamers out there whose Discord groups you can look to for inspiration in how they've laid it out and stuff like that. And Discord is a great place for your viewers to come together and even come and talk to each other and hang out with each other and laugh with each other. Do a lot of events on stream, you know, like if you're playing the same game as I do, Tarkov, if you want to get into becoming a Tarkov streamer, do giveaways, you know, like return something back to the community that has obviously given themselves to you. Just make them feel appreciated, and obviously that does depend on the game you play, but yeah, if you're just try and think about things to engage your community, keep your community as a whole interacted with you. Think about events you can do. Think about funny things you can do in your stream. And yeah, that's just a few facts. Just a few facts about what I've picked up along the way. A few things I've kind of adhered to and seems to be working for me at least. By no means am I saying that this will be a recipe for greatness. It could be. I don't know, but this is what got me this far. It's what got me this far, and I'm having a ton of fun doing it. And that's what matters at the end of the day. That you're having fun doing it. I'm having fun streaming. I'm so blessed and thankful for my community, and this is just something I wanted to share with you guys for anyone else who might want to stream or continue to stream and try and improve themselves a little bit. But yeah, guys, that's about it. That's about all that comes to mind at the moment. Hopefully this little video hopefully put some ideas in your head and give you a bit of clarity about what's important regarding your streaming community. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on my own stream, Twitch TV/ClaymoreTTV. Join the Discord, follow me on Twitter. all that good stuff. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Take care, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you next time.